everyone, today I'll be talking about the planet Venus, the second planet from our sun. We consider Earth's twin because it's relatively the same size, but life doesn't exist there because it's way too hot, and the atmosphere is made out of carbon dioxide, which is really bad stuff. So it's so hot there that lead and tin would melt. That is crazy. Venus was discovered in antiquity and is named after the Roman goddess Venus for love, fertility, and beauty. We had no idea what lay beneath Venus's thick atmosphere until 1989, when NASA's Magellan probe mapped the entire surface using cloud-penetrating radar. We found out that only 1/5 of the surface was over 1.5 miles high. So there's not that many Mount Everests over there, but who knows? The rest of the planet is low landline. We were hugely surprised to find out that Venus is relatively really young. 500 million years old is about the oldest you'll find on the surface of Venus, speaking in geological terms, of course. Venus has more volcanoes than any other planet in the solar system. It has over 1,600 volcanoes, most of them being dormant, though a handful of them may still be active. One volcanic feature Venus has are these so-called pancake domes. When gelatinous lava leaked out onto the surface, cooled and cracked, and they look a lot like blisters, those nasty things you get on your heels after a long day of walking in uncomfortable shoes. Yeah. A year is shorter than a day. It takes Venus to rotate around the sun 224.7 Earth days. Pressure, pressure, pressure. The air pressure on Venus is 90 times higher than the pressure here at sea level on Earth. In other words, the pressure you would feel on the planet's surface would be about what you would expect to feel 1/2 mile down in the ocean. Pressure, pressure, pressure. So another really cool thing about Venus is that it transits the sun, meaning we can see Mercury and Venus go across in front of the sun. I've seen it in 2012. It only comes around once in a century. It was amazing. Behind the moon, Venus is the second brightest object in our night sky. And it's the brightest of our planets due to proximity of the Earth. So if you look up and see a bright object that is not twinkling, it's probably Venus. It's a really windy planet. Winds in the middle cloud layer can go up to 450 miles per hour. That's faster than the tornadoes on Earth! Venus has phases just like the full moon. When Venus is on the opposite side of the sun, it's in its full phase, and when it's between the Earth and the sun, it's in its new phase. The first person to witness these phases was Galileo Galilei in 1610. Billions of years ago, the climate of Venus was very similar to that of the Earth. It even had large bodies of water, so it could have contained ocean. However, due to the greenhouse effect, the oceans boiled off, and now it's too hostile of a planet to sustain life. So the atmosphere of Venus is filled with carbon dioxide, which rises up into the atmosphere. And then when sun rays penetrate through the thick layer of atmosphere, reach down to the surface, and then bounce back up, they can't escape, so it grows hotter and hotter, which is a huge cycle, and this is known as the greenhouse gas effect. And if we aren't careful, this will happen to our own planet, where temperatures will slowly rise when more carbon dioxide gets into our atmosphere from cars and factories. And if we aren't careful, we could just end up like the planet Venus. There have been 6 spacecraft missions to Venus. The Venus Express, which was launched in 2006, has been orbiting Venus and collecting data that helps scientists understand the runaway greenhouse effect, which could help in our understanding of climate change here on Earth. Thanks for watching this video of Astro Abbey. Now remember, keep looking up.